Okay, today we're gonna be removing the blades through this Lazer ZX series, which a lot of these mowers are pretty much the same. I want to sharpen them, but also I actually nicked one with a piece of metal out on the field, so it got bent. So I'll be straightening it out also. What I'm gonna do first is lift up the deck so I could get easy access. Oh wow, 2 hummingbirds inside the shop. Let me take a video here of that real quick. Oh, there he goes. So fast. These little hummingbirds are so fast. Impossible to catch. Anyways, just wanted to show that. Let's zoom out again here. All right, back to the mission at hand. Like always, not only do I use the jack, I will be putting the other safety features here. Let me get another one. This jack stands. In case the hydraulic jack fails. Safety first. Okay, I'm gonna lower it on it. And then I still always give it a little bit of pressure back on the jack. Now, this is gonna be 3/4 inch on this particular mower. Impact gun is the best way to go with this. Super easy. Put this this bolt with the washers right here. You can see that it needs sharpening, it's dull. So, just because I like to put things exactly where they were, I'm gonna name this one right. Right there. The other one will be center. And the other one left. Now, the positions that these go, just to make sure you don't put them upside down, that the flange bend is gonna go up and you put it back, not down. So make sure on your reinstalling this that it's up. So the flat part of the blade, it goes down. And then, the one that's at an angle goes up just as well as this. these things, in case you messed it up, is the small washer, then this piece that has the gears right there on it. Now, checking my phone there. Let's go to the other side, which is the actual one that's bent. Wait, let me right center on this one. Although they are identical, but that way I know one is wearing more than the other, which one it is, and at some point I might have to swap them around. And we're taking a break to take a call. Okay, we're back for the last one here. All right, and this is the one that got bent. So, as you can see, it got bent. It's supposed to be flat, right? This is the curve that goes to, you know, and all of them have this curve, but this is supposed to be flat. And look at here, boom. So, see how it won't fall into place like the other ones. Now they're all identical, and each of them could go in any of the other slots, right? The reason why I rather put them where they work is I want to see if this actually, this is a brand new machine. I want to see if I've only had this machine 2 months. If they wear, if one of the edges wears more than the other, and that way I know I have to be alternating them. But right now, they're perfect. Only thing is I gotta flatten this one out, which what we're gonna do for that, and actually to sharpen and put them in the vise. And probably best thing is to heat it up a little bit to put it into spot, back in the spot, without stressing so much the steel, making it crack or anything. So let me come back over here and let's give it a shot from this angle. All right, so let's put this blade over here. And we want to heat this up to the point that enough to be able to bend it back into place easily without cracking the steel. Because if you do it cold, you can do fractures in the steel there. Let's get some gloves on, some glasses, so that we can put the torch on. So I'm gonna heat it up and then bend it back into place with this. That way I don't have to be hammering it back into place, which again will cause fractures on the steel. Let me actually hold it closer so I don't bend the rest of it. I'll hold it at the bottom side. This is where the rest of the metal is. Some gas. try it again. All right, ready for some heat. I'll show you from this side so you can see the color change easier. Maybe, oh no, it's gonna need more. Thought it might have been ready, but not. I don't want to overheat it unnecessarily either. I just wanted enough to bend it back. There it goes, changing color. So it should be ready. I think it's pretty straight. Let me check it out now. Should be flat here. A little bit back. Let's go a little bit back here. A little bit more. Remember, it's still really hot. So it'll still bend, especially that I'm using the long end, it's giving it a lot of leverage. I'm just looking like this to make sure that it's all flat. And it's like 90%. Let me hit it a little bit with this hammer. Just for the final. And it's perfectly straight. Now the only thing is that I noticed that although it's straight like that, how it should be, bend a little bit back, but I don't see that that's gonna make such a big issue or problem because it's just, it's still equal and even. So, but let me see if I could, by chance, make it come back a little bit that way. Let's give that a shot, but I don't see that creating an issue. Make this a little bit hotter. Let's go. There goes the color. Did it do anything? It did not, except mess up what I had already done. So that's gonna have to stay like that. So let's go back to this part. All right, it's flat again. So now, let me give it a little bit of water just to cool it down a little bit, but not a lot, because I want to temper it a little bit to get kind of hard, but not a lot. See how this works out now. We're gonna now sharpen it. Oh, and I'm gonna do it with a grinder. Just the method that I'm gonna use. There's machines that they sell to actually grind them. People do it with a file. And I'm gonna use the sanding disc on the grinder. Oh. That battery. How nice. So important thing is you want to keep that same angle of cut that it has where it was sharpened. The reason why you want to keep the angle is there is because this was done by engineers, which already figured out the best angle that the blade needs. Now the back end I'm only gonna do for any little nicks that were coming out this way. Because you don't have to, that side is flat, you don't have to touch it. Remember, you're just going sharpening on this angle. But if there's nicks that are protruding that way, that's what I'm gonna remove. It's very light, not hitting it hard there. I'm trying to see if I already, see I have a couple of still nicks on the back end. This side is pretty good. Now I'm not gonna do the other side. I'm gonna let it cool down so I don't grind out it while it's so soft and I overeat. So let me get the other ones. Let's go out of here. Perfect. I can feel the bumps on the back here. That's why you always want to touch it up on the back too. A little bit more on the back here. And we are almost done with this side. But this is the right one. This is why it's good to put the letters on it to know. Right one usually is at that edge that you normally cut against places. So you tend to nick more things. And let's go now to the center one, which should be the one with the least damage. And that's exactly what it looks like. The least. Let's go right here. Next side here. See this one? Yeah, not super bad. Now let's go to the first one, the one that we fixed up. But we did one side only. That's a wrap right there. Let me see how flat it is. Oh yeah. So we're going back to installing it now. All right, now back to the installation. I'm gonna get the blade that was fixed, that came from the left side. Let's go ahead and put it back. I'll show the other side now in a minute what I'm doing, but let me first put this one here. All right. Center one, again, the bend goes upward. You're gonna get the screw, the washer, put it through here. Put it through here. When you're gonna put this on there, you have to make sure it falls in the slots, this gear, because if not, it'll just bind up in the wrong spot. Best tool ever for this, to use the impact. Can't beat it. Remember, facing up again. Almost put it upside down here. All right. Perfect. Now we go up a little bit, move the jack stands. There it goes. All set. Blades removed, straightened out, sharpened, and reinstalled. And that's it for this time. Catch you on the next one.